Vernon, welcome to the Leanpub launch video for the software tester's journey, exploring career opportunities and adventures. I was wondering if you could take a little bit of time just to talk about yourself and about your co-author, Nicola, and what your book is about and who it's for.
Hey, greetings. Thanks, Len, for having me. So Nicola has written a book called something along the lines of how to get started in software testing. And as a result of writing that book, she was asked a lot of questions. Okay, so I started my career in software testing. What do I do now? And so the Software Tester's Journey book is an attempt to answer some of those questions. So I've been in software testing for over 20 years and held lots of different roles, from being a hands-on tester to being an agile tester, contracting and consulting, head of testing, that kind of thing. And Nicola has had a similar kind of career as well. She's been in this for over 10 years, I believe. And has also been a hands-on tester, been a consultant, leading other testers and other teams. And so we kind of combined forces. I was writing a lot of, I was blogging a lot a year or two ago. And Nicola was like, hey, I see you doing a lot of writing. I'm writing this book. Why don't we team up and work on it together? And when I heard the topic and the concept, I was like, I'm on board. Let's do it. So here we are.
Yeah, it's really great. I love the idea of exploring and adventure and things like that, and sort of like taking that view of one's career as serious as that can be. But the book is really great. I mean, one of the things that when you're inside a field and you've been in it for 20 years, say, and you've been in lots of roles, lots of things can seem really obvious to you, but like to people who are just on the other side of the door, it's like a completely closed off world. And so sort of things that, like, when you're in it might seem like sort of straightforward, like what should you put on your CV? When you're at the beginning of the journey, you haven't even taken one step yet. That can seem like this impossible thing to figure out. So just to give people a flavor of it, what are some of the common mistakes that people make on their CV that you cover in your book?
Oh, I think the first one that springs to mind is not tailoring your CV to the role that you're applying for. I think we assume that what we think is obvious about our experience is obvious to anybody reading it, but I think we need to really call out and highlight, okay, you're asking for experience with this particular tool, in this particular language. I'm going to really highlight that in the CV and or in the cover letter and or in the email that I send you when I'm applying. And so I think that's the main thing about a CV. And the other mistake I see people make is they include everything.
Right.
So they talk about their entire career instead of condensing it and leveraging tools like, LinkedIn or other things like that to kind of say, here's a snapshot of my career. Here's the last 2 years, or the highlights that are relevant to the role that I'm applying to. And if you want to see my full work history, you can go over here and look it over here. It might be a LinkedIn, could be a page on a blog or something like that. So they're the two that spring to mind.
Yeah, no, that's really great advice, I think. I mean, especially the tailoring part. I mean, a lot of people think, I'm applying for a job, and it's like the person there has work. Whoever's on the other side of that CV reading it works for a specific company that do specific things. The more you can make it clear that you have tailored your CV for the person that's reading it and the company that you're applying to, the more, I mean, even just as a matter of standing out from the other stack of 100 things that they're looking at, oh, this person actually knows our company, made a custom CV for us. That kind of thing can be great. Another thing that you write about in the book is, this is sort of like, now you're years later in your career, and you're trying to manage up, I think is the way you put it. So, for example, let's say you're in a testing role, and what you're seeing too many bugs come through. So you can find them, you're great at testing and stuff like that. But how do you influence things so that fewer bugs come down to you in the first place?
Oh, I think that's less about managing up. When I hear managing up, I think that's more around managing your line manager.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Whereas trying to prevent the bugs is more around, how do I collaborate with my team or the other people who are inputting into this product to try and prevent the bugs before they get to me.
Right.
You can never really eliminate well, there has to be some element of interacting with the product to understand, well, what have I actually got in this thing? But there's certainly a bunch of work that we can do ahead of time to try and prevent those bugs from getting to us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's really great. The book is The Software Tester's Journey, Exploring Career Opportunities and Adventures. Thank you very much, Vernon, for taking some time out of your day or your evening, I suppose, over in the UK, to
Yeah,
talk to me and to talk to all of us about your really great new book.
thanks. Appreciate you having me on.